Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Regular viewers will know I review many photographic, audio and video related products. Today we're taking a look at another camcorder video camera monitor, I don't know what you want to call it, for DSLRs, mirrorless cameras and what have you. And I use this. Well, I purchased it from my Nikon Z50 because I wanted something lightweight and something that was, you know, good quality and something that was cheap. So yeah, that was a bit of a tall order. This one, well, it's gone back up to 139 quid. But 139 quid is great value for this. I actually paid 105 quid, or was it 100 quid, something like that. Black Friday deal, Cyber Monday deal, whatever. But well worth 140 quid. And it is awesome. And this is it, the Andycine 5-inch little monitor. It comes with this adjustable bracket, so you can see here, so you can flip it upside down, and it accepts a 4K signal. It's a HD screen, but it's a 4K signal that comes into it, and I tell you what, the quality is outstanding. I've got another Andycine monitor, an earlier version. This has got more flexibility and, you know, phenomenal. I'll be using this a great deal. I shall show you why it's got more flexibility. The previous version didn't have the array of function buttons that this one has. You look on the top here, not that you can probably see, but there's two preset function buttons, and I'll show you how useful they are. So let's turn her on off switch on the top there, and then that'll power up. There we go. Andycine A6 light, it says, and there we go. And there's a picture now coming from my Z50 filming the PXWX70, which is my close-up camera. So that is filming that, if that makes sense. So great little monitor. Now the problem with a lot of these mirrorless cameras is that you can't face a monitor towards you. Such as all the, well, not all, yeah, it is pretty much all the Sony ranges, the 6400, A7, A7Ps, blah, blah, blah. Same with the Nikon, the Z6s, the Z7, and now the Z50. The Z50 you can flip down. You've got a screen that you can flip down like so. But that causes problems if you've got it on a tripod, because obviously you're not going to be able to see it. So I thought, well, I need something where I can, you know, see it. And this is a fantastic monitor for that. You can actually, as I say, that's facing the Talent now. So obviously when that's on a tripod, you can imagine, you can see from this camera, I've got two monitors now with my other Z6s, so I can actually see what the Z6s are doing, and that's how I would have that set, exactly like that, so I can actually see what's going on. But likewise, you can have it facing towards you, just flip it over. And there is a flip mode. It doesn't automatically flip, as you can see here. That hasn't flipped the screen automatically, but it's just going into a menu and flip it. So that's, you know, fantastic. Let's lock that back off. Now, in these function buttons, as I said to you, you can pre-assign a whole range of things to the function buttons. I've got on function button 1, I've got the audio. You can see there. Fantastic for me. I love to be able to see the audio still going up and down. And if you see there, you can see there that the audio is working on this camera, and you're getting a nice, well, I don't know if it's a clean audio, but at least you can visually see there's audio going in, and I love that. And I've just got that set to function 1. Suits me, beautiful. And that was something that I really wanted in the monitor. It's surprising how many monitors you can't monitor the audio. They don't have an audio indication on. I'm looking at my main Z6, which is filming the close-up shot, and I'm looking at my Lilliput monitor there, and I can clearly see the audio because it's going up and down. It's got, you know, same as this, you know, so that's great. And then on function 2, I've got set to false color, so I can see what's overexposed, what's underexposed. I find that more useful than histogram. And then obviously you just hit the function button, turn that off. So that brings it on, takes it off. You can go into the menu and set all sorts of other parameters, underscan, overscan, a whole host of other different settings. Anamorphic, it actually supports anamorphic. So if you're filming, say, for example, with a GH5 and an anamorphic lens, you can de-squeeze it. So it looks how it would look when it comes out on the screen, you know, once you've edited it. Very much like the Ninja 5 does, my Atmos Ninja 5, this here. That does, you know, the same thing. That's got an anamorphic mode. And that's a, you know, fantastic product. But that's really quite bulky. It is 5 inches, but it's quite a bit heavy because it's a recorder as well. This is so compact. Love it. HDMI, full size HDMI in and HDMI out. If you want to feed anything through, I've only got a HDMI going in. I don't need to feed anything back out of it. DC socket, if you want to run it off the mains. Again, I would purely run it off battery, so I'm not concerned about that. And then you've got headphone jack is underneath, I think. Yeah, you get a headphone jack is actually underneath. Really odd place to put the headphone jack. You can see it's right underneath there. And the USB socket for updating the firmware. I don't think that's likely to happen but with these Chinese products, I was going to say, but you don't know, do you? And as I said, a DC in on the side there, on the bottom there, sorry. That's got DC, that's odd. Oh, DC out. Ah, okay. So you've got DC in and DC out. So if you've got a big battery on the back here, it'd have to be a big one really, to be honest. But if you've got a big battery on the back here, you can power something else, presumably of the camera or whatever, from the DC out. That's not a feature that I'm likely to be using. I don't think I'll ever use that, but it is there if you want to use it. But I like the fact this monitor came with this swivel bracket. It's not the best of brackets because it don't fit too well, but you know, it does work. It does work and it does do the job. And for the price, you can't complain for the price whatsoever. In fact, I would have still bought it even if it didn't have the bracket. They're like 20 quid, these brackets. So, you know, so yeah, great piece of kit. Very, very light, very compact and ideal for, as I say, the DSLRs and, well, particularly mirrorless that don't have the articulating screen like the Canons have. And some of the most of the Panasonics have. But even with them, I would still probably prefer to use an external monitor like this. I think it's a great, even handheld. That's not an issue. It really isn't an issue, you know. So yeah, that's the Andycine A6. It says on there 4K. It isn't a 4K screen, but it accepts a 4K signal coming out of the camera. So, you know, and I don't know how long battery life would be on it. I've no idea. I haven't had it long enough to test that, but I suspect based on my other Andycine monitors, it's going to be a good 2 or 3 hours, even on a little babby battery like this one. So there we go. That's the Andycine A6 5-inch monitor. Good resolution, latency, pretty much nothing. Yeah, gnat's knacker of latency. But, you know, who really is that, you know, with a cost-effective monitor, who's really that bothered about latency? I think the main goal is, certainly for me, A, to be able to see the audio on the monitor, and B, to be able to see the composition and what you're filming, not even necessarily colour balance. I rely completely on the Nikons, they're great. The auto white balance is great on them. But predominantly the composition, making sure I've got it framed right, you know. And that's what I use the monitors for. So there we go. Hope you found that useful. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my channel, please subscribe. It really is helpful to me. And if you like the content of this video, please hit the like button. That really is helpful as well. So thanks again. Thanks very much for watching, and stay tuned. There's more videos relating to video and photography on my channel. So, you know, have a look at them. Thanks very much. Speak to you soon. Bye.